So Thomas, collection number 3, Godin guitars.
Yeah.
Godin, Canada, Montreal, and we have a history together with Godin.
Yeah.
As you know, Michael Frank Braun and your first Fender Stratocaster, but you know better than me how this came together.
Yeah, when I was 17, I bought my first real Fender 1961 Stratocaster here in Hamburg, and the guy who recommended the guitar to me was Michael Frank Braun. And he was from my hometown Saarbrücken, and he moved to Hamburg and to work here doing repairs and things, and he was connected to your orbit in a way.
Yeah, he worked for Peter Werner, Claim guitars, and Claim also, we did a lot of Claim guitars at this time for professional musicians and so on. So we became friends with Michael. And then I had a project with George Groom at the Godin factory in Montreal. And I had there, I think, 2 or 3 days. And when we came back, Pierre Godin visited us in Hamburg.
Yeah.
So, and he saw the Claim guitars and Michael Frank Braun, they became friends, and he took him away from us. And so Michael went with his family, with his wife, to Montreal, to Canada, to Godin, and worked there definitely 10 years. And then he went to the Fender Custom Shop.
Yeah, and then he did some on the Eric Johnson signature model. Yeah, I had a little bit of contact, which is for me, it goes round in circles. So, you know, I started with my Fender and Michael, and then he ends up in the custom shop at Fender.
Going back.
Yeah, and here we have a huge collection of very specific Godin guitars. There's like acoustic casters. You know, this was an attempt to have acoustic sounds, but with the playability for the electric guitar player. You know, no feedback, very comfortable to play, very practical instrument. I think he was on the forefront of that because
I think so too. Yeah.
All the other acoustic electrics were not as consequent as these.
Right.
And
but they all made in Canada, so it's fantastic wood professional guitars. And a lot of professional bands played this guitar in the early years. No?
Yeah, there's some 6 strings, there's some 12 strings over here. Then the Godin went also a little bit creative in the way of making their own designs on the single cut guitar, but with many options, as we can see here. So very versatile guitars, very unique guitars. Sometimes a little bit more traditionally looking, or like the blue one, just classy looking. Yeah, and then he had take on maybe T-style guitars and S-style guitars, always with a personal touch and a different approach to make it special and different from the traditional.
Yeah. And they have been very successful worldwide.
Yeah.
And I would say we take some guitars to our World of Vintage studio and you show to the people some sounds what Godin can do.
Yeah.